Hi guys, we are at welcome to the UX course and we are at module 7 chapter 11 wherein we are going to learn about how to compile the case study and how to create that documentation which can help us put it in Behance or put it across your team members, your managers, and to showcase it to your client as well. And let's do a quick recap. We learned about mobile design guidelines, how you have to follow your instructions, your strategies, and also you have to see what actual guidelines are from accessibility point of view and from design system and all other points of views as well. So let's go ahead and deep dive into creating case studies. So we'll go to Figma first. All right. So let's create a page called case study. Yes. And maybe we can take a size which is familiar with case studies, which is more like a dash. Uh, air size is, I think, normal. We can utilize our own color palette, whether you want to keep it very articulate or however you want to keep it. So let's say if we can follow two rows, no, two columns. So first we'll go ahead and make this an auto layout, and then we will create two different auto layouts here which will be part of one. First we will again go ahead and change the frame to MacBook 14, and this we will keep for typography, and we'll duplicate this, and this we will keep for colors we have been using. So you have to show all the part. So you also have to show why you were doing this. Panel 1. All right, I can just keep going ahead. This has to be this way, and this can be fill container. Let's go ahead and bring in our typography inside. So this is ignoring auto layout for now. Let's make it sure that this doesn't ignore and make this fill as well. All right, so let's first change the color of this. Whatever color you want, I would suggest we can go with our brand color, and then we can create a body inside it. So let's put this in a body, and we can have padding for this. We can go for larger padding across. Let's go for larger padding, and then body we can always put it into a different color. Let's use our generic, what we have been using. So let's okay, so we can differentiate it maybe like this, or we can keep it black or black. All right, and let's give it some corners as well. So everything here you have to design. So let's do that. We can go for big. Okay, this can keep going bigger. So let's first go ahead and bring in our typography which we have used. So we can take this whole thing and we can bring it here. Maybe this would require end to end. We'll see how it works. So if you try to put it here, how it looks, just the text is getting copied. Let's copy everything else. Okay, typography. I want to copy the whole thing. Let's see if we have selected the proper panel. Yes, we have. Let's bring it in our case study. Okay. What if we put it inside typography? We can. Maybe then we don't need an extra panel. And this panel also needs padding, which can be 34 itself. So maybe typography wise, it doesn't need extra layer. The first panel doesn't need extra layer. This can be independent by itself. We can put it in center completely. All right. Then we will go ahead and do panel 2. We will bring in our colors. I hope this is auto layouted. This is not auto layouted at all. So let's auto layout this. Colors. Let's bring it in our case study. Let's paste it in panel 2. So this doesn't need typography. Maybe we could have done as this could have been smaller. Basically, the idea is to bring all of these together at one place. Okay, I don't think this looks that bad. Let's see if we can put it as not as hub content but fill container, and this is a title. Let's remove the title here. We'll give it our own title as well. So let's see this if colors can go here as well in panel 1, and typography can go first. Okay, and let's see if we can put it in vertical order. Right now this everything is in. Okay, this is going somewhere else. So if this was in vertical order, how will it look like? If this was in vertical order, how will it look like? If this was in vertical order, how will it look like? Okay, the sets. So this can be horizontal order. Okay, then that is setting everything up, and then I can make this fill container. The last one is taking too much space, so let's make it fill container only. Doesn't have to take that much space. This has to be fill container only. We need to put a title called typography. Let's do it little differently. We will try to use bring the colors here. and we can design it something like this. So this can be auto. We'll have one title, and we'll have one what do you call, instead of fill, let's use why it is taking too much space. This is gonna take some time. Okay, so it feels like we need some spacing from top and bottom, and also from left and right. Okay, this doesn't look that bad. We'll use title normal is being used here, so this is okay. Typography is set. Now we'll bring in, we'll just duplicate this and we'll close this. Okay, let's see how we can do this. Panel 1, panel 2, panel 2 delete. Let's duplicate the panel 1 and just replace this and delete this. This can be colors, and let's see if we can so we have to align this. We can align it directly from here. Okay, and now let's go ahead and use some backlight, maybe little less darker. Okay, this is working, and we can use some separators, which is okay, and for this as well. Let's give it some corners. Okay, now it's coming out well. um let's create the third panel, which is going to be about, we'll show some flows we have created. You might have to write a number of things, but we'll complete with the important things which matters. So for after typography, you need to show, so we'll show one screen of variables which helps us design this. So let's use some screenshot for variables. Basically, in case study, you need to show everything what you have been working on and what makes your design consistent. So we will use this, and let's replace this. I just want to make sure that all of these are aligned. So what I'll do is I'll have a fixed size for this. So 740 uh, is good enough for me. So this also I'll keep 740. I think it looks more. Why is it okay? 740. This is also 740. which is aligning perfectly. Maybe this doesn't have padding, this has padding, so padding is less. Okay, typography colors, color types. So maybe I need to just ungroup this, and this can become 740. Okay. This I can also put it inside a frame variables and make this 740 and tell it to be aligned within this parameter. I can also make it big so it looks like it is part of the process. All right,
So I already compiled everything, but I'll do it again. I think we were here. So what I'll do is I have taken the screenshot of this and this. So let's go ahead and duplicate these two, because these are the two we would need to build the actual screens. Okay, so first we can change, we are going to use this for booking and dashboard. Booking dashboard and chat basically will be there, mode and chat support. And instead of variables, this would be uh, user flow. We'll see we can if we can bring in the wireframes as well. So wireframes would be part of this itself. So we'll duplicate this one more time. This case study can be little longer, little lengthy, it doesn't matter. So we'll go ahead and make the body also a little bigger. We'll make it fill container. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring these two screens here. So what we can do is we can just go ahead and we can place these two screens from our local place. So these two screens we need, maybe we can use three, doesn't matter. So we'll use this, we'll use this. You just have to click on the image itself and it will replace this specific image. All right. Now we have to bring in the user flow. We'll just go ahead and bring in the user flow. I could do all of them at once, but that would not make sense at times. So I have it, I would just replace it. Oh, it did replace automatically. But let's see if I want to keep the whole screen. I really have to. Okay, I think it doesn't look bad. We can utilize this as an image. So bike, instead of fill, can we do fit? We can do fit, and we can also give it some curve. Let's give it some curve, corner. Okay, let's do this, right? A container, or we can make it fill. Oh no, that's too much. Let's go for 740. That's our target. And this we can also make it 740. I think that should work. Now we have the image, we can just add some curve to it. Now let's see if we can make sure that this image fits well. Crop, not crop, we want it to be fit, or let's see if we can do fill. Yeah, so now everything is set properly. Now let's just bring in one last thing in the design. um, we can have wireframes. This should look exactly like this. So we'll just go ahead and bring in some wireframes. We might have to group these. Just 3 wireframes are good enough. So let's select these 3 and go ahead and export it from here. Export selected only PNG. This should not be in one. Okay, let's see if this can be one. How does it look like? I might not have to do a lot of changes. Alright, so we have the wireframes now. Wireframe, and let's go ahead and bring it in our design. So we will duplicate again. We already have it duplicated, so we'll just go ahead and delete these 3. Yeah, let's just delete one first and bring in the wireframe. Okay, and let's go ahead and change the properties so all the wireframes are visible. We'll go and do fit, and in terms of sizing we might have to make it small and then make it large, and then we can also apply fill after doing that, and we can then apply the curves. So now everything fits properly. You can go ahead and do it differently. Now let's go ahead and see what we are going to learn in chapter 7.12. All right. So in 7.12 we are going to learn about how to create the pitch deck. So since we already have the case study, it will be easier to create the pitch deck. We can just export it and we can put it in a slide and we can put in some information. All right, so see you in the next chapter.